you're back. I was just framing myself in the curtain. Like that. Like that.
Okay, yep.
Yep.
Okay,
That's what
so
Taking over Waterdeep.
yes,
The
before
shield
the
blocks out the light.
before break, you guys ended up having some stew. You were failing to open the lockbox. You got your shield. You came back. You guys were just hanging around there in the
Yeah,
house.
we were going to see Mr. Trench, I think.
And then you decided to go see Mr. Trench.
Basically like Batman now. So.
Okay, so you go back to Trench's office. Open the door. The door opens.
It is daytime, actually.
Yeah, it's daytime. The door opens on its own. The smoke-filled grayscale room, gloomy light. You don't know how he manages to keep it gloomy, even when it's bright outside. But
Grayscale is the real.
yeah, the grayscale is particularly jarring. But yeah, that's and Mr. Trench is there sitting, smoking from a pipe, deep in thought. His brown gold pupils, the only bit of color in the whole room.
Howdy, Mr. Trench.
Good over Trench.
Good to see you again.
I believe we have some business with you.
Yeah, you sent me to investigate this place.
Yeah.
I think you still owe me 25 dragons.
Do we?
Oh, sorry about that.
It was half before, half after.
I know.
Was it that much? Yeah. How are you doing?
Yeah, you say, okay, give me, it's 50 gold to get you what you need. Give me 55 now, 55 later.
Oh no, he'll never do that.
Hang on a
That's
minute.
called leverage.
I'll pay for this.
You sure? I got loads of money.
Okay, have you got lots of money? Yeah, help me out.
I got 20.
Alright.
Have you got 5?
Yeah, I do have 5. Well, thanks, man.
Oh, there you go. Thank you very much, Mr. Trench.
Very well. I did discover how these people are making their way past the forest barrier. They use a special type of amulet that they activate by placing the left hand on it. Some kind of runes, all 5 fingers activating at the same time, and then they just walk through with it.
Pull out the... Because we gave him an amulet, didn't we?
No.
Did we not?
You sent him before you even knew about the amulets.
Oh, okay.
Before you had the amulets.
Do we have the amulet now with
we
us?
have got one. Because we got... I think I had one. Someone else had one that we gave to Tal. We got that one back and he gave us like
Well,
4
show
more.
it to him.
Okay. Yeah, we've got one of the amulets.
Oh.
So how do I use it?
Looks at it. Oh yeah, this makes sense. Just place your 5 fingers in, and there are like 10 runes, and he will tell you which runes to like activate.
Alright, you got that?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm curious what will happen if you use it here.
Touch it.
Nothing happens.
Yeah. Nope.
Perhaps you should spend some time with that.
What, like attuning to it?
Yeah, maybe you need to like synchronize to yourself,
Okay.
to your essence.
It's like a magnetism thing.
Anyway, I heard some rumors
Yeah, I like rumors.
about, last night.
Hang on a minute, eh? Is that all we got for our 50 gold? How many people are in the tower?
Oh no, there. I was sent to find a way in. Well, I can give you a bit more. People coming in and out, not frequently. But I will say this. I've seen some people coming in and out, and then some people just out that I had never seen come in before. So unless I assume there's another way of getting in there.
Interesting. So I'm guessing you haven't ascertained what this other way is.
Not necessarily, but if there were to be some kind of teleportation circle, I'm pretty sure that those amulets help.
Okay. And roughly how many faces have you recognized that come in and out?
Using the mode of entry through the towers themselves, I saw about 6 or 7 different people.
Do they look, say were they quite well armed, or the sort of people that be good in a fight, or?
Well, 2 of them were curious. A couple of halfling girls. I believe they work for a monastic order, just based on their clothing.
I'll give them the descriptions of the halflings that work for the guy in the up in the mountains.
Hello.
Yeah, I tell them, do they look like this? And
Oh yeah, bushy red hair. Yeah, those are the 2.
Mookie. Because we knew that one of them had infiltrated an organisation in the Grand Game.
okay, interesting.
Do you think they might be on our side if we?
Mookie Plash is one.
Yeah, Mookie Plush.
Sorry?
Would they be on our side if we?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay, that's a good lead, Mr. Trench.
Another one I saw.
Javier.
I saw another halfling, classic rogue type, if you ask me, but appears to have some access to magic. Everyone in that place appeared to have some access to magic. Of course, the one that caught my eye was a big orc person.
They do not look like the gentleman names, the description, do they?
You describe them?
Yeah.
As you describe them, he's got... No, those are the knives.
Fair enough, yeah, you would know. You have been tracking them as well.
Oh, that's as much as I've got.
That's good enough, I think. You haven't seen this particular orc, and do I have the description of the orc that is meant to be like the monster or
The terror.
the terror? Do we know how it looks like?
Yeah,
Millie
saw
described it.
saw him.
Wasn't he really big, but he looked quite learned, and he had like
Yeah.
glasses on or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's an orc you're talking about. Does it look like this?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay. So there's not another orc on top of that.
You wouldn't happen to know what happened last night in the Sea Ward.
What whereabouts in the Sea Ward?
Whatever.
Well, apparently there was an accident. It's right here
Oh no.
in the Casalante Villa.
Oh sure. That sounds terrible.
What
I
type of
hope everyone's
accident?
alright.
I don't know. The watchful order was still investigating the source of the accident, but some kind of strange explosion. They say some kind of thing. They were preparing fireworks, and it all went wrong, and the attic caught fire, and some of the fire extended into the grounds. And
Is the house
but it
still-
sounds like a strange. I mean, the Castellantis some fireworks.
There sounds something fishy going on there. Is the house still up?
Yeah, they managed to contain it, but they form a big perimeter around it. There's no one can go anywhere near the other nobles that are complaining about losing access to some of their own villas.
Oh.
It's a bit strange.
Yeah, well, I hope everyone's alright over there.
The Castellantis will keep a big firework badge in their own attic.
Yeah, maybe they're secretly just nice people and not devil worshippers then. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, we all got skeletons in our closet.
Yeah.
Maybe they kept
you
the fiery kind.
you mentioned about what does he know? Did he want us to go and speak to Zord at some point or something?
You want
You wanted to come with us? Oh yeah, actually, he wanted to come with us to meet Captain Zorg. And as it so happens,
Hey, if you have
we actually have managed to acquire an audience with the very captain himself.
you have.
Yeah.
Now,
Can I come?
you can come, but I don't know, are you alright coming out during the daytime?
Like your tact.
It just kind of seemed like you like to stay indoors.
I can come during the daytime, yes.
Does the smoke come with you?
What about the grayscale?
It's just like an aura.
Disadvantage for stealth checks.
I'll meet you there.
Alright, well, we're supposed to go meet down by the docks.
I'll meet you at the docks.
How do you feel about wearing a costume?
Costume.
We need someone to wear a costume.
No, I only wear my trench coat and my
That's
hat.
fair
I
enough.
think you will look dashing on
Oh,
that costume.
okay, I'll wear the thing, because why not?
What time are you going?
A couple of hours? We haven't got anything else to do,
Yeah, I
do
don't
we?
know, yeah.
I thought we were just going basically now.
Yeah, we'll go now. We'll go soon. We'll go pick up the others once and go.
I'll meet you at the docks then. I'll
Alright.
be there.
Well, I won't be there, but I'll take you, mate. But
What business do you have with Mr. Zord, if I may ask?
he wanted to speak to us, actually, so...
What business do you have with Mr. Zorg? Why are you so intent on meeting with him?
I like to know everything that happens in this city and this fair. There's something odd about it and I just want to see what's what.
Okay, well, considering that obviously we like you very much, but our relationship has been very transactional, so to speak. This is a transaction in itself, so what are you willing to give us in exchange for this audience?
How about 50 gold dragons?
Or you can share with us anything you learn about the fair, and maybe you can just drop us a few little freebies now and again with bits of information you pick up.
Credit.
Yeah,
Credit is not bad then.
Very well, you have credit.
sounds good to me. Also, always nice to get a tip off if you hear of anything information-wise about any bad things coming our way.
Sure. I mean, I heard that your house is now Greyhound's safe house.
I think everyone knows that by now. It's going around.
What I mean is, why would you need my help? You obviously are some people of input now.
Well, because the people that might not care about the fact that it is a safe hound, the grey house, safe house,
Safe hand.
a safe hound grey house,
Yep.
you might hear about them before we do.
No, very well. I like to keep my business away from some of the people you've been dealing with, like that old fella, Mert. But I'll try to see and keep an eye out. I prefer not to cross paths with people like him.
Fair enough. Yeah, well,
Well,
You've made some interesting friends in your short time here.
yeah, he's a very
Friends.
sociable, friendly fella. Look at him.
Like that orc that lives above Falla's house.
yeah, you know about him.
Well,
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
He's a Zent. He's very good at what he does.
Go open the doors.
Well, let's just put it this way: we are trying to make sure we cover all bases, so we're
Very well.
making friends with everyone, so that nobody hates us.
Eventually, though, you have to choose sides. It is good that you have some allies.
We love defense.
Any other questions for me at this moment, or
Yeah, we'll see you at the docks.
we'll
Yeah.
see you at the docks?
See you there. Ciao. As they say in that Romeo guy says, you get the reference soon.
He sits back and keeps smoking his pipe. Close the
Yeah.
door, you come out.
I go back to the house.
Right.
Alright. I will just tell you what happened with Mr. Trench. Information.
Wait, it's the black and white other guys.
He did seem a little bit disturbed by the fact that we're friends with Mert. So maybe that's something that you should think about. Don't know. You're his ally.
I can understand him.
Does
He's a
seem
powerful man. He knows.
someone the other day was. Emmett
Actually,
was
sorry.
always sort of perturbed by Mert as well.
Make a history check with. Yeah, history check.
Yeah, make it easy. That's enough.
17. You're pretty sure that this guy, or someone with his exact name and appearance, as far as you could tell, was around back when you first saw Mert.
Almost like he's a fanboy.
It's Vincent Trench, right?
That's the one.
He's been around for a long time. For about as long as mine.
Okay. You think they're related?
I don't know how he's lived as long as he has.
He's a creepy
So
guy.
how long has Mert lived?
Mine has been there for a very long time.
Are there any
But-
creatures, races that are immortal? Sorry.
No, not immortals, no, even elves
Okay.
can.
There's that rumour, isn't there, that Mert disappeared for years, and that's how you met him, or you met him before he disappeared, and then he came back.
I met him before he disappeared.
Well, there's some great druids that live a long time.
So how
You
did
saying
Mert
you're
live for
one
so
of
long?
them?
Well, I mean, I don't really understand how it works, but I know of like legends of some druids that.
I don't think Vincent Trench is a druid, though.
Well, I don't know.
Mert's no druid.
Okay.
Is he a wizard, Mert?
No.
Sorry?
He's a wizard, you say?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The people who like live a long time are wizards all the time. They do strange magics.
He disappeared for some time, but even with that time missing for a human, he's been around for a long time. But then he's not the only one in this city. There are a few.
This place just tracks
Doesn't
weird
really.
people, doesn't it?
Doesn't bear thinking about, really.
You've lived for a long time, haven't you?
I've drank a lot. I'm 32.
Ah, 32.
You have drank a lot.
Alcohol has ruined my life.
There's another Simpsons reference. Well, how do you feel like a trip to the dock world and go and get our sea legs on?
We have one last crack at this box then. It's been long enough that I can have another crack at that box, right?
We,
But the difficulty goes up.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me help you. You're just
Right.
doing that
Now,
wrong.
now
Look
can
at
help
that.
guide you as well. He's pretty good with like telling you how to.
No, I refuse to. I'll
You're,
take the
you're holding the
assistance.
pick the wrong way round.
I'm not spamming guidance.
Now that's pretty good though. That's gonna be a 27.
27.
Fireball.
We are all like crowded on this box watching as well.
So you are, yeah, you are all concentrated around
What's it gonna
the
be?
Gonna be great AoE.
box and where is it? The lock box. There you go. You go.
The deadly traps.
You go. And
The steam come out like.
you open it. So you unlock it. You turn the key. Well, you turn the keyhole. Well, not the keyhole. The tumbler.
Good advice. I think I got it. I think I got it.
Take it as a step back.
How far?
I don't know, I think 4 steps back. Like 10 feet.
4 step. Okay.
I'm just there, like
Yeah.
bending over.
Kind of peeking over each
Where
shoulder.
are you?
I'm just casually watching.
I've got my shield down.
I've only been off the bed for anything if something happens.
Okay. So you open it. Yeah. When you open it, you see inside a beautiful cold regalia. There are like appear to be 2, one on top of the other, and so one of them is like blocking your view from what the other looks like, and this one appears to be just based on the clothes they wear at the time. Appears to be Amalia's lace on top. It's kind of like yellow and black with gold embroidery, and on one side of the lockbox there appear has almost in one of those little foam thingies attached to the lockbox. There is a small gem. There is kind of like in a foamy socket.
What colour? Red.
1 second, I'll tell you in a second. But that's not all. It is a red gem, yes, a red triangular gem, and when you open the lid, you hear, and from the inside of the lid, suddenly like tiny holes open and go, and a little like shoot of some kind of smoke comes out from like 8 little holes and fills everything around you, and everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Even those of us who are 10 feet behind.
Yes, it's a 15-foot radius sphere.
Nearly.
That's probably me down. That's almost certainly me down.
That's not cocked. I
No,
thought
it's not
maybe
cocked.
it's like, no, it's definitely not cocked.
Oh, Niall with him. He's probably with us.
Yeah.
Niall with us.
Ooh, he's fine.
Yeah, well, you fortunately send the kids and the dog away. So who?
8.
8.
Yes.
Okay, you take 29 points of damage. Poison damage.
12.
29 points of damage.
9.
29.
16.
14.
Niall within us, 18 something.
So 14 points of poison damage as you all start coughing. The gas dissipates quickly, and you're like, is everyone standing? More than 29 hit points and more than 10.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had exactly 29 hit points.
Oh,
So
really?
you're
But I made
unconscious.
the saves.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in the
I
same.
need to check. It's possible I must.
I think
No, I'm alright.
you,
I'm alright.
you have more than 29? Yeah, okay. You all start coughing and fall onto your knees as the poison, the gas dissipates around you.
It was trapped.
And you can definitely tell that it would have been impossible for you to. It was a mechanical thing that was
They're-
attached to the
They're
hinges.
immune to poison, aren't they? So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Well,
Fucking hell. Let me have a look, and I'll just cast Black Magic to see if there's any glows coming out of the.
So there's an aura coming out of the elemental gem, and there is an aura also coming from the cloak of Victorious Regalia.
That cloak looks fancy. It's got some kind of magic in it, and the gem, obviously.
what kind of magic?
Hold up the
What
cloak.
kind of magic?
The cloak is transmutation, and the gem is conjuration.
What colour is the cloak?
Cloak is it's kind of like red.
It's not green.
No, it's like a deep red with grey, red and grey.
Can I make it green?
Yeah, put it on.
Okay, you.
How do I look? Do I look noble?
No, it looks stupid.
You kind of it kind of matches your
I see
Your
the skin.
skin is red and grey.
You got the wingsuit on underneath there with the armor, and then you've got this on top.
Yeah.
You've got too many clothes on. You need to lose something.
That's the first. You're not the first person to say that to me. Nearly insulted myself. you're the first person to ever cover that up. Does anything happen?
Well, no, nothing happens when you put it on.
Yeah, I mean, if that's some kind of magical item, you probably have to spend a bit of time.
Put the hood up.
Well, I mean, if
Glide!
if I was using
No?
this gem, I'm going to take a bit of time and study it later, if that's
Wait,
right.
no, remember that Victoria had a gem-tipped cane that used to control people, yeah?
Yeah,
So,
but that would be conjuration, though.
and in that big painting that we saw of Asmodeus, he had a red gem on his cane.
I'll look into the gem.
So,
It's just a gem.
There's nothing in there. It's fine.
yeah, but I'm just saying, so
We're fine.
there might be some kind of,
He wouldn't be as foolish to leave that behind.
but it might be some way of communing, perhaps, with Asmodeus.
No, if it's conjuration, it would be like
Well,
creating something. So
Yeah, like a devil.
yeah.
well,
Yeah.
if you want to take some time starting the gem, I mean, we're gonna
And
have to
then
do something about it.
probably
Why don't we
gonna
just have
smash
a
it
little
somewhere.
rest
I think we could overdo it one.
before we
Lungs.
go into the? I'm just gonna go and knock on Mrs. Trench's door and tell her, yeah, we're gonna be another hour. And then, and then just go,
He's not there.
well, I'm sure he can wait.
Right. Well, everyone just gather around. Okay. Close the door, shows the shutters. Yeah, cool. Right. Unicorn.
Appears from the floorboards like.
Let's
So there are the eyes.
who took? Did Dal take the brunt of it as well?
No, he took after.
He took half. So basically, us three need healing, and everyone else will just get there.
I need healing.
Plus so 7. So you get 10 plus. I'm on level 5, so 15, and then you all got 5.
But you roll it per spell.
Yeah. So you get 15 this turn, and everyone else gets just 5. And then Keth, you get 9 plus 5, so you get 14, and everyone else gets 5.
Ooh, so I got 19 in total.
And then
What
myself,
are you casting?
Cure Wounds level 1.
2d6.
2d6.
Oh,
not
2d6,
2d8.
sorry, take it back. Sorry, I think 2d8.
Yeah, 1d8, 2d6.
Sorry, you get 5 plus that, so you get 10 for your first one, and then you get 5, so you got 15.
That was the same as before. Yeah, okay.
So just 15 total at the moment. And 8 plus 5, so you get 8 plus 10,
8.
so 18.
18.
And then myself,
8 plus 10?
8 plus 15 for me. But everyone else gets another 5 as well.
Yeah. So I got 25 total. Because I got 15 the first time, plus 5 for his, then plus 5 for you. Yeah.
So we get an extra 5 at the end as well.
You get 5, I'll call it 3 times, which is basically everyone gets 15.
Yeah.
As
and
a
you get-
base plus your roll.
Plus
Oh,
one.
yeah, so I'm back up to
Yeah.
good shit. Alright, we're gonna need
So
to
you
rest
cast
then.
3 cure wounds. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm
then
3
we
off max, so.
so then we're off. We can go into the wild. Yeah?
Okay. The
Okay.
unicorn disappears, and you start making your way towards the.
I had to say I'm loving your unicorn.
I'm still wearing that cape.
You are still wearing the cape.
Yeah.
How's that
Oh,
smart?
make a nature check, by the way.
I mean, you're not renowned for.
Oh, that was like a natural choice they went to.
Yeah, you never know what it
6.
does.
Okay, you don't know what it is, but you can definitely tell this is some kind of cured hide. The cloak.
Oh, wow.
The red and grey cloak, but you. Right now you're like, "Pff, what kind of animal has red and grey, like fur?
This might be something unnatural. Are you still wearing it?
Yeah.
I don't think you should wear that in public.
Sure.
That's fine.
Alright, I'm going to stand away from you.
Look, if he wears it and it's magical, it's probably good to some degree.
Oh no, I'm not about that. I'm just the fact that it looks like it wasn't a Castellantis things, and then someone did the Castellantis house last night. Don't know who that was.
This
I
is
mean,
the...
Can you just
he's
take it
not
off?
normally the most sensible one, but he's got a pretty good point.
This is part of the.
devil worship stuff. It's not like something he wears out every day.
Well, alright. At your own risk.
Here's the bigger concern. This armour.
What about it? You mean the one the one under your armor? Oh shit! Yeah, you should not bring that armor.
Yeah. I should probably not wear this.
You're
right?
literally wearing all stolen stuff.
What was this, like his best buddy's armour or something?
Yeah, no,
Right,
don't
tell you what,
don't
Ben,
take that one. In
it's
fact,
fine.
leave that pistol as well.
Oh, you. Hey, I found all this crap that we.
It was in a box
Oh, yeah.
somewhere. Yeah. Maybe. What if you wear the fancy Romeo thing over the top and then?
Would that work if I wear the shift weave? Does it cover what my arm looks like?
what?
The shift weave, does it change my armour appearance?
I mean, it will cover your armor, so it won't change it.
Would he look like someone wearing clothes with armor?
Yeah.
But it's gonna look silly anyway. So.
It will look like some,
You'll be
yeah,
wearing
some
like
like clothes
full-
over armor.
Full garments, like the flying
Have you seen
thing,
that
the
Friends
armor.
episode where he like wears all the
like-
Could I be
Flying-
wearing any more clothes? Time to do some lunges.
Yeah, that was.
Alright, let's
Cha-
just head
that was
over.
Friends. No?
We didn't waste a whole hour there, did we? We just quickly. did
No,
that.
no.
But then what if we get into a scrape? I'm not going to be...
Just take your armor. It's fine. Just put the Romeo thing on
But
top.
he's right as well. Well, you didn't say that because you wouldn't know it.
No, but
But my...
the
This
earring.
bloody
Just,
thing is
just,
ruined as well.
just hide it.
But
Put
also,
it in your pocket.
If we're worried about being spotted, Castellante's business, him pointing at Malgwithin, what he's wearing is not ideal.
Oh, his plate. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe take.
Well, the play has doesn't have the symbol of the song has a symbol of Siamorph.
Yeah.
All right, well, then, fuck it. Let's just listen. We'll do a fight. Let's go fight whoever
Yeah.
says anything to us.
I got my new cape with my shield, so I can probably fight anything.
It's just the group is now looks ridiculous as Gerhon comes out of the pub with this massive tower shield.
You're like a knight in
You
shining
have
armor.
so they put 2 straps in the tower shield, so you can wear it like a backpack if you want.
No, I'm just carrying it on my arm.
I'll take off the armour then, and I'll leave that in the house. Because I'm
Yeah.
wearing what's his name's.
The drow armor.
Yeah, the really fancy.
Maybe we
nice
should like
looking
turn one of the spare rooms into like an armory or something.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
So
just
you
put
leave
that
that.
in the house.
And
Or just
what
call
do
it
you wear?
stolen
Like
goods.
just a shift
I
vest.
just wear my
Put your
regular.
leathers, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got regular leather. That's
Alright.
it.
And you're wearing the shift weave.
Yeah.
I can wear it if you don't want to wear it.
I got Michael Cape now.
The Romeo
Okay, I'll wear the shift weave then, and the Castellante cape.
on top of it. Okay. And you look fancy. If you're wearing the shift weave in the Romeo version with the cloak, you look quite fancy. Who's wearing the robe of the weird patches?
Oh, we just got that with us.
Oh.
Do we have to wear it?
Yeah, he said he said you should wear it.
I'll put it on
Okay.
Niall. Yeah, Niall, this looks
He's
really.
I'm not gonna wear that with my nice new armour, am I?
You can
it'll
wear it
protect
if you
from the
want.
sun.
Otherwise, I'm happy to wear it.
Patchy and
That's up to
raggedy.
you.
Give it to Kev. He looks like a patchy man. Clothes all tattered.
All right, I'll put it on. Fine.
With the shield as well, with the star check disadvantage, if I had it on my back, would I still have disadvantage on stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so big.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, you don't need to bring it that with you.
Yeah, I do.
Just in case
Yeah.
the
I mean,
boat sinks.
look,
I have to
Yeah.
say, yeah, it will make for a
Just to
great.
plug a
You
hole.
can be, yeah.
So with that boat,
Yeah,
Titanic thing, I'm on there like lying and now in the water, but
That's
like, no, there's no room on here for 2 people. No.
I mean, I do have a portable boat in my bum.
No, Evan, I'll never forget you.
You make your way to the docks. As I'm gonna say, it takes a long time from where you are. It's almost like the full length of the city. By the time you get there, which is about noon.
When we get to the poorer area, I'm gonna shift the weave to be the dock worker.
Oh, okay, so you go. You still have
The
the
very fancy
Yeah, so I
cloak.
got the cloak on.
the. By the time you get there, you start feeling as if the cloak. It's hard to describe. You feel like the cloak has a magical essence that is kind of like tugging at you, and you get the feeling that you can almost feel how it would activate it's almost as if you are becoming attuned to it almost automatically by wearing it.
Does it feel bad? Am I having
No,
bad
it
thoughts?
feels no. In fact, you feel good about it.
Feeling good.
You feel good about it. This is a great cloak.
When
Is it
the
whispering
devil
to you?
ever deceive you?
Yeah.
Yes, you're fine. Look at me, I'm so soft over your shoulders.
Oh.
The cloak is your friend.
Make a wisdom save.
Ah, it's bad.
It's a big fat no.
Shows a paladin around.
6.
6. Okay. You're like, what is this cloak? What is this cloak? You all see. You all notice that Silas is kind of, as they're walking, he's constantly kind of like, you know, like when you have like a new jacket and you're constantly, you know, touching it and moving it a bit around, and then he shifts to his sailor clothes and then and he's kind of like a bit touchy, obsessed with the cloak, and at one point he goes almost like a snarl. You, Silas, starts snarling,
Oi.
and then you see a cat that is kind of like there in an alley in the dog world where all the houses are kind of like hunched together,
Oh shit.
and the cat looks at you and bolts away, and you go and he jumps he jumps forward, Silas, and mid jump turns into a massive hellhound. Lands and starts chasing the cat. You're like,
See this happen.
What does a hellhound look like?
hellhound looks
Shall I
like.
follow him?
Yeah.
Well,
See this happen, I'm
run
gonna
after him.
turn into a panther and chase after
It's
him.
like some weird children's story.
Oh god.
Oh,
Woo!
moly.
In the daytime.
In the middle of the daytime, as a hellhound, which is
And
it is a medium creature, so it's like it's like this big probably, like this tall. Starts like chasing after the cat. In fact, you move at 50 feet.
Okay, though, if I can control it.
You are the only one that can keep up with it.
I'm
You,
gonna turn into a panther and chase him.
what was this panther speed?
I think it's also 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch up with that cat. Make a bite attack.
Make a good bite attack.
I rolled a 12.
Plus 5 to hit. You do so. Roll 1d8 piercing.
I rolled a 6.
6 plus 3, 9 plus 2d6 fire. Suddenly, as the bite,
I rolled 2 6s.
so
There's like no
2d6 fire. So
Double
that's
skull.
that's 12 plus 9, 21 points. But this 21 points of damage, as the hound bites down onto this thing, it just destroys and carbonizes it. The cat is literally just like charred bone, and you go eat it.
Okay.
You are in control of your senses. You are still you, but are otherwise like under the effects of a polymorph spell. Your intelligence is 6,
Ooh.
but you are still aware of who your allies are and everything. This cat just, triggered the transformation.
I'm just gonna stand next to him and dodge, just ready for.
Yeah. Okay. You stand and dodge.
If he runs away, I'm gonna attack.
Yeah,
him.
the panther.
I'm going about sort of 10 15 feet away, just kind of like, I'm not like sort of snarling a bit at him.
Okay. The smell of the panther triggers your attention. You go, and you see smoke coming from the nostrils.
I don't know how this works with polymorph.
Alice!
Would I know that that's Genhorn? Because I smell that it's Genhorn.
Yeah, you feel that you can turn back if you want.
I'll look around, yeah, and kind of look at you and then come out with it.
Okay, it's a bonus action to revert back, by the way. And you go, and as he reverts back, you have a bit of blood and charred pieces of cat kind of like falling off your
Now
Human
William and I
man.
arrive.
and the smoke stops coming off your nose.
What the fuck was that all about?
It's like pace around him, sniffing him a little bit. Like,
I'm gonna guess
so like kind of
Smells of sulfur.
that given that that's never happened before, that thing where I'm absorbing blood of people has got significantly worse.
Does it smell more of him or the cape of sulfur?
What thing you're absorbing blood of people?
No, it's the cape.
When I was... remember when that blood like seeped into my skin and my horns got bigger and I was a bit... And I started screaming at that demon.
Oh yeah.
Turn out of a
So you're saying you're
That-
turning into a hellhound? Well, I don't know, it's a hellhound.
that
You're
cape
turning
has
into a
a
beast.
bad smell.
Mm.
I don't think you should wear it.
I'm gonna hand
I
you a
don't know, I
handkerchief.
feel pretty... I'm pretty good about the cape.
Your face.
Alwyn gives you a little bit of his soap.
Yeah, just get some snow off the ground.
Come on.
I'm gonna write something to you on the Discords.
Is this like a busy area or is like anyone looking?
I mean, yes, he is busy, but he like ran out an alley.
Still better than my wife's cooking. That's a clever one. Better than Genhorn's cooking, am I right?
Slap him. It's 4. I'm missing.
Disadvantage, you got a massive shield in your back.
Oh, yeah, it was a 4 anyway. Yeah, it was 4 plus whatever. So.
Anyway, it's
You're gonna
fine.
like,
Look,
Oh, it's got no armor though. So.
Well.
I'm back to normal, and
Are you now?
let's just keep an eye on it. And if anything else weird starts happening, then I'll go to the temple. No, I won't.
When I said we were doing a fight, I did not mean a cat.
Yeah, a bit strange.
What did poor cat do to you?
Perhaps we take an alternative route. And not go back to where we just came from.
It's fine. Look, back to
No,
normal.
we'll
Back
take
to
an
normal.
alternative route. I don't want people seeing you where you just were.
Lead the way,
Oh yeah,
Master
my
Ariel.
wives.
Okay, so you're gonna take like a
Just keep walking the way we were going just then, and then just like circle around to where we were.
circle around. Okay, yeah, I mean, easy enough. You are very familiar with the dogwood, and you can guide them around until eventually you reach the sea maiden and throw for a totally different direction. When you reach it, it's noon. It is. There's a lot of people here that have come for the food. There's no like acts or performances at this moment, but they have all these like little stalls and whatnot with like different types of food and offer and mulled wine, ales, and standing in between the two boats, right in the middle, you see Vincent Trench there, quite tall, just looking
Smoking.
around, smoking his pipe.
How colour is he?
You can now see his hair is kind of like this brown, almost brown reddish hair, almost like the color of a fox,
His eyes.
and his eyes brown golden, the pupils, and he has like maybe like a 2-3 days beard, also with that reddish fox color. And you all walk down the pier between the boats.
It's the Drench.
So,
We start
Either
looking
way.
around for whoever we're supposed to be meeting.
Well, we're meant to go to the Sea Maidens.
We're there, aren't we?
well,
There is a boat there. No, are we meant to go to a boat?
you are meant to ask to be taken to the eye catcher.
So I'm looking for someone we're supposed to ask to be taken.
Oh, he's got the guy dressed as the fancy.
Okay.
Yes, who's
Yeah, and
responding
I'm
to
wearing this
Yeah.
stupid.
Okay. Sorry.
that? It's a natural 2.
Well,
Let's
what?
make a perception check to look for the person we're supposed to be looking for.
Well, there's. I mean, the dog workers, the boat workers. No one is coming.
Let's go. Let's go
We can't
towards
see
the. We'll start walking towards the ship that is.
You don't know who you just say. Just go there and ask and.
That's what I'm looking
We're
for.
still walking towards the ship that is the one with the person I spoke to, the can't remember, the Hellraiser or whichever it is.
One of the captains. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you have the parade floats boat on one side and the other one. you walk up the one of the boats then, or in the pier. That's what I'm asking.
Well, we walked on the pigs. That's where Vincent is, right?
Yeah, Vincent is in the pier, and this is where the food stalls are. But you are meant to go to one of the boats.
Yes, but no one is responding to our presence. as
No,
we are.
no one is
And we
responding.
don't see anyone specific that stood waiting to be like
No.
okay.
Let's go towards these
Sorry, let me
boats.
describe that.
Well, we'll go to the Hellraiser or whichever was the one that was.
Okay, so you walk up the gangplank,
Yeah.
and they're just sailors. One of them looks at you. Who are you?
We have an audience with Captain Zorg.
Zord.
Zord.
Zord, Captain Zord, and then at that
And then show him Romeo.
I'll shift my thing into Romeo
into Romeo.
from the
Okay.
dock one.
Now
At
go
that,
full
yes,
Romeo.
the
Ignore the wondrous cape, just dressed as a
the captain,
as described.
Captain Fergus Crabwater, which is the guy that you had spoken to, comes out of the cabin, looks at you all, notices your outfit.
Oh, he's
You-
got Romeo.
You
He's
got
wearing
Romeo, you got
No,
Romeo,
he's Romeo.
No, I'm Romeo.
Oh, you're Romeo. I
You're
thought you were
Romeo.
wearing
I'm
Romeo.
Juliet.
and you are
I've got
the patches.
Yeah.
I've got a
Yeah.
massive fucking shield.
Looks around and says, oh yeah, you of course, we'll be taking you to meet Captain Zord. Are you willing to go now at this time of the day?
What's the problem?
Of course.
Will there be food there?
At that, you notice that Vincent Trench looks around. You know what, on second thought, I think I'm gonna be heading back. I have some business to attend to.
It's a check. I mean, it obviously is over the line. 19.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he said this as soon as he heard the captain and whatnot, and he set foot on the boat.
You sure this is a once in a lifetime opportunity?
Yeah, I may do this some other time.
You're
Myself,
Not
on my own.
a seaworthy person.
I feel like it's better if you.
I can look after you.
If they can't swim either, if that's what
Yeah.
you're worried about.
I feel like it's better if you go on and
We can
do your own
blindfold
thing
you.
now. Oh, don't worry about me. Thank you for the help. And he tips the hat, and Captain Fergus is kind of looking at him. Who is that guy?
It's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, he's quite a good customer at our bar, so
It's
just wanted to come down here and see the fair.
Oh, okay. Well, interesting. Anyway, yes, I'll arrange a boat. Please have some wine while you wait, and leads you to the cabin.
Yes, I will.
Near to the cabin, he pours some wine. You wait for around 10 to 20 minutes, and then a sailor comes, get you. You walk down the opposite side, not the side of the pier, into a rowboat, and then a sailor starts rowing. And this guy is different. This guy is one of the guys from Laskan. Anyway.
Hey!
So during
How big's this rowboat?
we may want to remain above deck.
Oh, there was something, sorry, I did want to do,
Mhm.
which I forgot because of the excitement with all the cloak. Also, George's not here.
Yeah.
Grab one of the bottles of the potions that allow you to be in the water, just to be able
Okay.
to cover myself.
Alright. So the potions to walk
Yeah.
freely and
And
breathe.
breathe, yeah.
Okay. Takes about an hour to row all the way, well, maybe 40 minutes to row the way to the bay of the island where the eye catcher is. And this is a beautiful ship. It's not that different from the other two, but it's certainly, it has been more decoration and in terms of the trim in the wooden railings all around it, and the sails have the is the symbol of the Sea Maidens Fair, and then they are flying a flag of Waterdeep, the visiting port, and a flag of Laskan,
Before we get there,
the port of origin. Yeah.
I'm just going to basically turn around, look back to Waterdeep. I'm just gonna cast Detect Magic.
Detect magic. Okay.
Just to
Before you get there.
have it on.
Okay. I'm gonna say that as you are approaching, you kind of like go past the what's it called, like the head figure,
Mm-hmm.
and the head
The
figure
figurehead.
the figurehead is emitting transmutation magic, quite strong. So you row next to the ladder that they throw down. You are led upstairs. Yeah.
As we're sailing there, I'm just gonna keep an eye out in the water for the dragon, like moving around underneath or anything.
Make a perception check.
14?
14. Can't see. No, can't see.
Can see no dragons.
At least nothing of that size. There are like smaller things moving around, but the dragon will be noticeable just because of its sheer size. And you can't.
Before we go there, actually, I would grab. I'm aware of the house. I would grab the lead box and I'll just pass it to you, just in case something bad happens at the boat and my old associates decide they want to have a longer chat with me.
I think it's worth leaving this in the
Yeah, you can hide
the
it.
cellar
I just don't want to have it on myself.
if we're going out there. Is that smart?
This is a flashback to being back at the house.
That's back.
It's better to have it
Red
with us
gone.
at all times.
Right. Well, yeah, I'll keep it in my bag then. Just
I mean-
don't let me run off or anything.
Now that you
Once
can
we're
turn
on the way.
into.
I mean, it's in a lead thing, so
That
it's not
hasn't
gonna
happened
be.
Okay.
It's in a lead box, so it's not gonna be detectable.
Yeah.
Only if you get searched.
If that comes a thing, we'll cross that bridge. But
Well,
I meant it more in case, like, I die.
Okay.
put it in my bag.
So you in the lead box in your bag. Okay. You are led onto the main deck, and there you see a few people that are working, but sailors. There are no like fair people. Like the people that work the actual fair itself. It's all sailors here, and they're all just giving you looks. One of them smiles and approaches. I believe you're here to see Captain Zold.
I did.
I believe he invited us here to see.
Yes.
He said there would be food and drink.
My name is. You can call me Mr. Zin.
Zin.
Zin, with X. I'll lead you to Captain Zold.
What
Uh,
is he like Lascanese, this guy? Or is he
No,
drow?
it's got a French accent.
French accent.
So kind of like elf speaking.
Leads you down. Down a first flight of stairs into like the main area where they have the cabins, and you're being led now to the stern where the big. This is like a galley with like the tall like pirate ship looking
How tight is
stern.
this?
Huh?
How tight is this?
Tight.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm a big guy with a big.
Yeah,
shirt.
no, it's you need to like squeeze in because in general like ships are not
Yeah.
like.
I'm made for fair dogs with big
Yeah.
shirts. Yeah.
But yeah, you're being led to Captain Saul's quarters, and you notice you notice this beautiful door that has a face and a mouth with eyes and mouth carved in the outside. The sailor approaches the door. You are all like piling up like behind him, and goes. Captain, here some of the people you sent for, and you hear a voice from inside saying, "Ah, Yes, of course. Get them in. And the door opens. The door opens to the left. And you see this beautifully decorated, like stateroom almost. It has a table with set fruit and a beautiful candelabra. What's it called?
Candelabra.
Candelabra, yeah, candelabra with like 3 candles. There is a desk where you can set out the charts and all the tools for navigation. There is a bookcase, and there is on the far side, standing in attention, there is a Nimberite, beautiful Nimberite, bronze-colored, red cloak, almost featureless face, but it has just eyes and mouth shut, but the rest of the head is totally featureless. There is wine bottles and liquor bottles in a side cabinet. There is the windows that are kind of like slope outwards, up and outwards because of the shape of the ship, and covered with like beautiful curtains. But the thing that catches your eye more than anything is the person standing between the desk with the charts and the table full of food. You see there Captain Zord, appears to be a male, white male, in his between 40s and 50s, and he's wearing what had been described to you, which is some kind of red piece of cloth that just covers like his parts, and then they're hooked to red straps that goes in a cross all around him. He has beautiful flowing black hair and like a mustache, like a long mustache, and a hat, a sign hat, which is kind of like the classic captain hat with a massive red feather. Looks exactly like this.
Oh my god.
Why are you doing this voice like
Call
you want
yourself
to
Captain.
Captain?
You're not a bit,
Here's some cornflakes.
you're not a bit cold in that?
It's me.
And looks at you all. It is a pleasure to
Yeah.
finally meet you. Why don't you take a seat, please?
God.
And the Nimberite, kind of approaches with a tray full of glasses, and they are like kind of like ceramic glasses that appear to not be from here. A lot of what you see here in terms of decoration and the rugs and the curtains appears to be like from distant lands. The classic like collector captain decoration. And he sets the tray there. Wine, champagne,
Yeah, both.
anything else from?
What else? Yeah, I'll
try
take
it
it.
all.
I'll try that one. Have you got any other ones I can try?
Yes, of course. And the Nimberite brings several bottles of
Try.
liquor,
That one's
wine.
I
That
just
was good.
had one thought. We got a roll on the permanent damage table for that insane amount of poison damage.
Oh yes,
Shit, yeah.
yes. Your lungs are all fucked probably.
Because I thought that because I will take a glass of wine, but I want to smell it to see if there's any poison in it.
Yes.
Well, it is
roll.
poison by definition.
Because even you, it's half, exactly half.
Yeah,
your-
yeah,
Roll
yeah.
for
I just wasn't.
How much was the damage?
29 for us.
29.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah.
It was 14 for them.
Yeah,
It's half rounded down.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, that's damage.
Yes, it was 3 off my next hit points.
I had 4 left, so I was.
Lily died.
Good thing we didn't try to open that in house.
Have some wine.
There we are. Okay, so roll.
For George first. No, he's
No, he's fine.
No, he's fine.
He made it safe.
We're gonna kill him. People ask for it. Give the people what they want.
Kill George.
Kill off that human cleric.
Kill. Say that.
Yeah, I know.
Hope that none within dies. Kill off that human cleric, please.
I mean,
He's the worst.
Oh, there we are. Poison injury. Okay, so roll roll 1d20 plus constitution. It's a constitution saving throw.
Fuck.
You're right. And I'm front.
What do you get?
8.
8. So you you get a cardiac injury,
Oh shit.
and you gain a level of exhaustion which cannot be removed by normal means, only by magic.
What's the first level do?
Disadvantage.
This is the exact same thing I think that Neely got.
Oh shit.
What do you get?
I got 5 total.
5. You got.
I'm not even there. I'm back in the house.
We assure you, the guy you're interested in is with us.
So you get minor kidney failure.
So I'm not touching the wine then.
So when you complete a long rest, you must succeed in a Constitution saving throw DC 10, or gain the poisoned condition, which is gives you disadvantage until you complete long rest. And magic can obviously like fix this.
Yeah.
Every time you rest, you can start the day poisoned because of your
failure.
kidney failure.
Well, at least I got a good excuse for not going adventuring with you guys. Every day.
19.
19, minor nausea.
Oh.
You just must succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw before you can consume food.
So I guess that's now.
Otherwise, you start like puking and whatnot. And you can also magically.
So I can still have the wine then.
Yeah,
How long does that last? Forever.
yeah, until you hit it.
So I'm about to consume food.
Yeah,
So DC 10.
Constitution saving throw.
That's alright.
Okay, yeah, you get some nausea, but you're otherwise fine.
I was fine on the boat, but now I feel really tired. Can I have a nap in the corner? Is that alright?
This kidney's gonna keep me out of action for ages.
Hey, Kev,
There we go.
how's your kidney? I put you in the kidney. That was a good one.
Just gonna smell the wine for poison.
Make a
I'm gonna need a transplant, guys. It's gonna be the.
make
Gonna be
a
a hero.
wisdom. Make a
But
wisdom.
with advantage for my brewer's kit.
Yeah, sure. Well, proficiency I will give you rather.
I rolled a 19 and a 20, so
Okay. Well, a proficiency. Yeah.
we'll take
You smell it. You smell the wine. It smells really good. Interesting enough, it's not a Waterdavian wine. It's from another region, so you're not entirely familiar with this wine, but it smells really nice.
It doesn't smell like poison.
Not any poison that you can recognize, at least. You do know, though, that there are some ingested poisons that don't have a trace as obvious as smell.
Where'd you get the wine from? Doesn't smell like any Waterdavian
Oh.
wine.
This is Kalishite wine. It's from a good friend of mine down there.
So what's that one on the wall? Is
To
that
your health, Captain.
some kind of whiskey? Is it that one?
Oh, whiskey, yes, brewed by dwarves down in what was the Krakama in Chult.
Oh, nice. There it
Oh
is.
wow, yeah. Do you think I could try a bit of that?
Of course.
Oh, thank you very much. This is the best trip I've been on all day.
Make a constitution saving throw. So you just had champagne, wine, and whiskey all in.
Nice. And now I'll make a good one. 20. On that.
Yeah, you're fine. You're like your whole body can take it.
Yeah, I can drink for whatever.
So I appreciate that you're accepted my invitation to come visit me, and I hope you're finding who's wearing the robe.
I'm wearing the quilt, the patch
Yeah.
quilt thing.
I hope you find the robe very useful.
It's very flamboyant.
How do we use it?
Oh, it's a magical item. Another of the gifts I normally receive in my travels, and it's a robe of useful items, as you can probably surmise from the patches.
It looks
Do you
very.
just pull it off, or
Yes, you pull off a patch, and
does it go
the
back?
object it represents will appear before you.
Can you put it back?
No,
Okay.
it has limited uses.
Okay. So maybe keep it until you really need it.
Okay. Has it got a kidney patch?
So you may be wondering why I wanted to bring you here.
The wine, I thought you just had a taste of wine.
The reason is actually quite simple. I represent some interests in Luskan, and Luskan is interested in entering the Lord's Alliance, but of course because of the reputation of Luskanites and the less than conventional form of government up there.
Pirates, yeah.
Some people call them that. Some people call them freedom lovers. In any case, the people of Luskan is interested in joining the Lord's Alliance, and we feel like if we could help this city deal with a problem like the one it's currently involved in, with all these rumors about this missing gold, the embezzled dragons of Neverember. Well, this could give us the leverage we need. Of course, I understand that some of you at least may be Waltordavian and hold a special loyalty to the city, but I've been keeping an eye on some of your activities, and I think I can say that I can offer you a deal much better than any of the ones that other players in this silly game can.
What do you have to gain from Luskan being part of the Lord's Alliance?
Well,
You don't
I
seem
work.
Luskanese.
I represent interest in Luskan, of course, and I am. You can call me a diplomat, an ambassador of the Luskan interests.
I think you'd struggle to mingle with the other diplomats in this city, as exposed as you are.
I don't like to act directly, even though I'm an ambassador. What I do is I come, I see, I learn, and then I move pieces in the chessboard as better fit my goals. And in this case, I know for a fact, I've been looking, watching, learning about your exploits, and you're an excellent piece in this chessboard, and if I'm not mistaken, still up for grabs. Of course, I'm not saying that you cannot work for yourself, and I understand of certain loyalties that you have with the people, and looks at Nile in particular, and with certain elements in the city, but I want the gold to go back to the city, as opposed to other greedy people. I just want it to be me, the one that is bringing it back. So I offer you this. If I can help you in your endeavor. I have extensive resources at my disposal. And if you bring me the gold and allow me to give it back to the city, you get to keep half of it, 250,000 dragons. And I'll give to the city back only half, saying, well, it costs a lot of gold to get this gold back, and a lot of it, let's say, it wasn't available anymore, and thus the city will be more than happy to put this behind them, and they can sell this off as a net win with the population that has been rioting. In the meantime, you would have made a lot of coin and fulfill your obligations with your masters while still being rich.
Just to jump in here quickly, for myself, obviously you sound like you have slightly good intentions, if not made by the fact that you obviously are kind of using it to manipulate your way into this alliance. But if you have the best intentions of returning the money to the city, as you say, maybe you could show us a gesture of your goodwill first and show us a good deed beforehand, before we kind of, to sort of, help ease our minds, and then we can go away and think about it.
What do you mean a good deed?
Well, say for example, you had something that didn't belong to you, you could return it to its rightful owner, and then, from my point of view especially, and from the city's point of view, that would be nice that you helped alleviate a certain situation that's inflicted on the city at the moment, without them having to know about why the situation came up in the first place.
It is a very complicated thing you're asking me to do here. In particular, what the good deed be?
Well, I think you might have a certain item, a certain
Just get a loudly groan and sigh.
a certain creature in the bay might be looking for.
Wonderfully
not-
subtle as ever again, Horn.
Well, sorry is not my thing.
I'm not sure I follow.
I mean, do I have to spell out the word dragon for you?
D-A.
Dragon followed
We've
us
heard that
here. Yes.
Yeah.
you might have something to do with the dragon that's in the bay, that's all. Yeah, it's irrelevant at this point.
Well,
Because good deed or no, that money will be for the city, and not all of us want 50% of the money. Some of us have bigger things riding on this, like turning the gold in and getting a big promotion for our efforts. Which
Oh,
if
yeah.
you hand the gold in, we'll get none of the credit. And
I'm pretty sure you'll still get the promotion. I'll sell this as a collaboration with you.
but I've already promised the Black Star for all of the gold,
Well,
minus 10%.
you can always explain that it was not easy to come upon this goal on your own, and you allied yourself with other elements. This element is me.
yeah, I mean,
So,
from what you said already, the Blackstaff isn't as bothered about getting.
I know about the stone and about the eyes.
Well, we know about the thing you've got from the dragon that you stole, so.
Look, that dragon. It's just a young dragon. It breaks my heart, and we didn't want to kill it, but it's been following us for ages. At this point, I think.
Wait, what? You've killed the dragon?
No, I say that we could have killed it.
Oh, okay.
We just let it follow us. For pity. It doesn't matter. Look,
Captain, I think perhaps the more pertaining question would be, you're willing to give us half of the gold for, and then obviously the other half to the city to ingratiate yourself to the city. What are you willing to give in exchange for half of the gold? What are your resources? What is the thing that you're
Oh.
bringing to the table?
this is what I wanted to talk about. I know that you need. I know the story about the stone. The stone has been blinded, as far as I can tell. The stone contains some kind of secret, some kind of creature, mind or soul that has been put into the stone and made blind. The stone contains the memories of what Lord Neverember did and how he hid the gold. This is at least in my study of what's going on here. This is what I've learned so far. And I know that the Zentryms have one eye, and I know that the Xanatar has another eye. I was preparing to set a little expedition, a raid on the Xanatar's lair myself, but I think that we run much better possibilities of pulling it off and taking the eye if we work together. And this is why I want to propose this alliance. Of course, in the same way, I can get you into the Collab Towers.
Well, as wonderful as that is, at this point in time, unfortunately, we already have avenues in both those areas, so you might have to ante up a little bit more than just covering the bases we've already managed to cover up without your assistance.
Let's start with the boat. Give us a boat.
Right, let's start with something that isn't impossible to take into the city. Like anything, I don't know. What's more
What are the
reasonable about
avenues
it?
you're
Alright, we'll come
exploring?
down. We'll come down from a boat.
How do you expect to? I mean, I understand that you may have avenues to enter both of these places, But entering is half the battle. Once you're in there, do you have a plan? Do
Yeah.
you know the blueprints, the layers? Do you know
No.
what they look like?
Alright, I come down from a boat. Maybe a boat was too much. How about, I don't know, throwing things out here, top of my head. The crystal the dragon's after?
Yes. Okay. Gamhorn, let's just focus for a moment. We are talking about the stones, the eyes. Sorry.
You do you, I do me. You know what I'm after.
I think you've drunk too much, my friend.
I'm
You have
ex-
quite a lot to drink.
Sanitarian, as I'm sure you've.
You also have a lot.
Yeah. Should've
What
had
is in
wine.
that whiskey? It was good though, by the way. Thank you for that.
So, yeah, we know our way around.
Hmm.
We got inside information. We're
Become pretty
working
good at
with
winging it as well.
various parties aligned with the true Zentarim as well. So we've got our resources there covered.
I can get 10 persons into Skullport, totally undetected, and infiltrate the Xanatar's lair,
It's pretty good.
totally undetected.
You've already got one piece whispering in Xanathar's ear, haven't you?
Why would you say that?
You know. Because we all have quite a lot of information on each other, and I want you to understand that we're more than a piece on a chessboard. We're a hand moving the pieces as well.
I make myself small.
Well, there is a certain element in the Xanatar's lair that I control, yes. And
Poison powerful enough to blind him, if I'm not mistaken.
a wonderful trick if you're going up against a beholder, wouldn't you say?
Clever. Or you could just kill his fish.
Oh, that will just set him off.
Yeah, well, that seems to be our style at the minute, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're up against if you go against Manchun?
Some kind of wizard clone who's probably half dead because he's lived a long time.
And an orc with glasses.
Oh, yeah, they don't wear the glasses.
Not inaccurate. The problem is not the colored towers, the problem is the inner sanctum. Manchun has an extra-dimensional inner sanctum within, connected to the colored towers, and the eye, I assume, it's there. I can help you get there. Teleportation circle into the colored towers, some blueprints, layout of the place, and a way into the inner sanctum.
That does sound fun. Where would we, where are we going to teleport from?
Well, I believe you already found a place suitable. There are several teleportation circles throughout the city connected to the colored towers. They were all controlled by the Zentarim, and
Oh shit, the yellow spire.
in fact, yes, I now control Yellow Spire. Thanks for
welcome.
clearing it out for me.
Classic Daleks.
What do you think, Aaron?
Well, we've been playing 2D chess, he's been playing 3D chess.
You've got quite a good judgment for these sort of things.
What is the cost of a nimble ray?
It is a wonderful creature, certainly. Very expensive.
How expensive?
I would say, I mean, I sold everyone that was for sale, so this is my personal assistant, and it's not for sale anymore. But if I had another one to sell to you, I would say between 75 and 100,000 dragons.
Holy moly.
7,500,000.
So we destroy one of them. That was 75,000, jeez.
Well, if it's your personal assistant and we were to ally ourselves, surely it could assist us as well.
Well, this is one of the resources that I will put at your disposal, yes.
I mean, it sounds like with that, what you're offering, and the Dragon's Crystal we've been returned, that sounds like a pretty good deal so far.
What does this dragon mean to you?
Well, we made a promise to get his crystal back, so we can...
It's not its crystal, it's dead mother, and we didn't kill it, we scavenged that crystal, we found it.
Just to hazard a guess, just because, like I say, we've done our research. That crystal you've got allows you to, see through the nimble rights that you've put out all over town, is that it? The perfect
would be-
surveillance machine?
That would be certainly very useful if that was the case.
That was the case. Then I give him a wink.
So I'm assuming that you need the crystal then to be able to actually see through that, to see what's happening with the shards that you've distributed around.
I mean,
So by giving up the crystal, you're giving up your
your
rights.
theory is certainly fanciful, but I don't see why this is relevant to our current predicament.
Well, let's say, for example, for now, we allowed you to keep the crystal as it's useful for us to obviously have the information that you have in terms of being able to infiltrate these organisations. But once this is over, obviously that's a bit too powerful for you to keep, and if you want this deal to go through, you need to be able to join this alliance, which is the end goal as far as I can tell. Then once this is done, you hand us the crystal and we can get back to the dragon.
Once this is done, I hand you the crystal. Deal.
Well, I mean, let's agree on the circumstances that should we move forward with the deal that is included. But something as complicated as an agreement as you are offering takes some time and consideration, of course, for us to...
Of course. In fact, I would say there is even more to this. I would like to retain your services too, Geth, and you can act as a liaison between the resources I control and your friends. What say you? I am thoroughly disappointed in the way that I heard your story went. I have a friend that is very much hoping that your choice would be to return to him in the near future. So what do you say?
Well, I can only speak for myself, Captain Zord, and if they are willing to accept your deal, then so will I. But I have no power over what the rest of the party decides.
Of course.
I would need to clear with the black stuff anyway, because I can't sign off on this vagabond getting his way. I'd have to go through the proper channels and make sure
Arion,
that the city agrees with it.
I believe your master will find this deal agreeable.
I believe so.
So, what do you say?
It is not ideal, but it definitely brings us towards the end I'm looking for.
Compromise, I like it. This is exactly how you do business in this world.
Do we need like a contract for this or anything, or...?
It's not necessary. The people I work for, they like contracts to be verbal, like pacts between gentlemen. And I'm sure you will want to go through with it without necessary paperwork.
I mean, if you try and double cross us, we can always just sink your boat, so...
Sure.
Who are the people you work for?
Interests in Luskan and another particular individual.
Let's put it down to a name.
Oh, he doesn't like his name being thrown around.
He? So, what's that, the top of the hierarchy?
At the top of the hierarchy, let's say there is this very handsome gentleman wearing a hat with a feather, not unlike this, a bit different though. This is fancier.
Actually, Captain Zord, there is one more thing that will need to be added to the bargain if we are going to proceed forward with this.
Of course.
We are aware that you were trying to undermine the Castellanters, and
Oh,
it
yes.
so happens that they had a little accident last night.
Oh yes, I heard about this, and the Castellantes have left town. I am most pleased with this outcome. I'm thoroughly impressed, I must say.
Very good. Well, we are happy that you are. We are naturally concerned about potential retaliations from the various spiteful noble families. So, if we could enlist your help to avoid and protect us from any such retaliations.
Your house, your beautiful manor in the North Ward, it has been under watch by certain people that work for me for a few nights already. I am perfectly willing to increase that protection. It wouldn't do that my favorite potential allies would suffer a major setback when we are so close to finally achieving something that can work for us.
Very good.
Curious what you have heard of the Castellantes.
I heard they left town with their children. They
Of their
moved.
home.
They moved to their holiday home outside in the vineyards.
But of what happened to their home this
Oh.
morning?
Well, apparently there was a big fight, a big creature that had to be put under control. Mages and some of the local clergy were called
And the origin of this creature?
some kind of devil.
From where?
I wouldn't know, but considering what was found in the house, according to rumors I've heard, it appears that the Castellantes had meddled a bit too much into devil worshipping, which is not illegal in Waterdeep Deep, but certainly keeping a devil in your house is not something that the masked laws are willing to sanction.
This deal sounds great. On paper, 50% of the money is better than 10% of the money, which is better than the number probably that you would have got from Mer, let's be honest. And then you give the other 50% back to the city.
Correct.
And you are helping out the Luskanites, because your plan is to use this money in order to leverage them into a position of power within the Lord's Alliance.
That's pretty much it, yes.
Yeah, and that's just great, isn't it? For everyone but you, really, and the organisation that will aid us, because you get nothing from that deal. Luskan gets into the Lord's Alliance, you
Oh.
might get a pat on the back for helping find the money, we go off with 500,000 dragons. So there's something big that you aren't telling us about this.
Of course, I get the most out of it. I get to be the shaker and mover that made it all happen. Within my organization and the people I represent, I become a person of great importance.
So that's where it comes down to it. When Luskan gets a seat within the Masked Lords, how are you planning to leverage that? Because that's what it all comes down to, isn't it? You're putting your pieces in place so you can make a power play somewhere down the line. And as
Well-
someone that lives in this city and plans to for the remainder of their days, I don't know, I'm not handing over control to some madman dressed in a sash with a feather hat and a mustache like a...
Feather hat is the other guy, but yeah.
He's got a feathered hat.
Yeah.
Like a...
I understand your concern, but I don't know yet how this will work out for me in the future. I like to think that I work in terms of controlled entropy.
or controlled chaos.
Move. Set pieces moving, see where they fall, and make sure that when they do, I am in a good position to be the one or the ones standing.
You ever heard the phrase, the inmates are running the asylum? That's what I'm
Which
trying
one?
to avoid.
I think I mean, obviously I'm not going to speak for Captain Zord, but I presume he's playing the long game as opposed to a short.
No, absolutely, but long games are the most dangerous games.
Well,
Why are you suddenly worried about the governance of this city when it has given you so little?
Because it can always give me less. That's
you
why.
won't need any.
With the amount of gold you are set to make out of this, you can live like a lord, here or elsewhere. In fact, we can even make more business in the future.
Look, I'm not one to question people's mind. Well, I am, and I'm doing it right now, but I'm very thorough in who I do business with. But your motive is somewhat undetectable, and that makes me uneasy.
Well,
We've
I
had-
told you, I am a facilitator between the factions that can do, the factions that can provide, and the factions that know. I like to be the glue.
First time I met your benefactor, I didn't know who they were. I was just walking home. They tried to kill me with poison darts.
Ah yes, that little incident. They were chasing after someone that had seen something a bit more than they should have. It was very unfortunate, but it did lead to the discovery of a certain lost friend living here in Waterdeep. What are the odds?
What about killing all the elves in the docks? What's up with that? What does that get you?
Me, personally, nothing. This is the kind of thing that, as a manager, I must sometimes discipline and put a stop to. Yes, there was a certain element of our organization that had gone a bit rogue, but that has been rectified.
Inside check. Pretty good. 22.
You don't know if it's the twitch of the tash or the movement of the feather, but as you are like focusing and trying to figure him out, you become distracted, and it's so hard to tell.
He's annoyingly charming. It's really good.
Have you got any like different music?
Oh yes, this is
It's probably to say, I was like, ah.
I mean, my pet peeve song is the one at the inn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so. I understand that this is a lot to take in, and you may still walk away with no hurt feelings. Well, except you, of course, Kath. You still need to see him and mend some of the pieces of that sad, broken heart you left that man with. But as part of the collaboration, of course, Keth could act as an intermediary. You would get your gold, you would get even your dragon crystal at the other end of it.
Can I like insight check that as well? He's actually giving me
Sure.
I mean, he's.
the 21 or 22.
Yeah, you're gonna get your crystal. You don't know, maybe. Oh wait, no, you're not. Oh, yes, you're definitely getting your crystal.
How good of a liar this guy is amazing.
Well, I guess this concludes our business here.
If you intend to follow through with this plan, send Keth back to me.
As long as my kidney allows it.
We'll take it back from there.
So,
Well, you have a kidney problem.
It's starting to feel a bit weird since this morning.
I'm sure some of our healers can take care of it.
yeah, I got a bit of a bad
Back
cough
in the
as well.
fold.
Am I the only one that doesn't have access to fucking healers in this campaign? Jesus, even the pirates have medics.
They're not pirates.
What's that?
So you have to be factionless.
They'll carve your kidney out.
Yeah, don't worry.
We'll put it to good use.
Carrot, here you go. Well, I mean, when can you mobilise and be ready to get into Colette Towers?
Well, it is up to you to decide how you want to proceed in terms of.
We wanted to go in like early in the morning, like tonight.
To the Collab Towers.
Yeah.
You do understand that you need preparation.
Well, we haven't. We kind of just been winging it so far, and it's been working. So.
What kind of preparation do you speak?
Well, we need to get the tower's blueprints.
You don't have them yet. I thought you had them.
I know how to get into the inner sanctum once you're inside, but I don't know exactly the layout of the place and the kind of.
Just give us 10 good men, and we'll sort it out.
In the case of the Sanatar's lair, that's certainly the best way to go about it. In the case of the Collard Towers, though, I think stealth and a more quiet approach will be recommendable. The Sanatar skill is big. 10 people can generate lots of distractions. Collect Towers, not so much. And a full-on frontal assault would probably end badly for all involved. Manchur is a very powerful wizard.
Well, we've got some of the garments that they wear to help with infiltration there.
That's a good start.
They all have some intricate details, small bits sewn in around the collars. So your blast and your smoke powder that you've got set up down. Not smoke powder, the blinding poison. Smoke powder's something different, sorry. You're saying that's ready to go and that's probably a better starting point, or?
This is the Sanatar, it's not the Golets.
Yeah, yeah. If he's saying that Colette needs some time.
First of all, you need a teleporter ring. That's the first thing you need to get.
This is for the Sanatar or the Golets? Sorry.
The College Tower.
Okay.
The teleportation ring is only the Manchur's most trusted lieutenants have them. You need to somehow get hold of one, and once you have that, you can use the teleportation circle inside the tower that will send you to the inner sanctum.
There is, I remember now Millicent talking about a relay, a house in the trade ward or in the north ward Well, there is. They have like a communication system. Do you think one of the Kola Towers high command might be there, so we might ambush them there?
That could be a good location to set up an ambush, yes. There is a...
Averine? In Brindle Alley?
Yeah, that sounds better. That's where they send all the snakes from.
There are two people that I know where teleportation rings. According to the information I have. One of them is called
Irene.
Sidra Romer. Or Sidra. S-I-D-R-A. She's a Kalishite.
Where might she be found?
The idea you had about this house might be worth a look if you can set stake hunt there. The other lieutenant is called Manafred Cherrypot. It's a halfling mage. Sidra is a very capable fighter, a veteran of the Kalishite army.
Maybe that safe house might have letters going in and out.
Yeah, and where does the mage, the halfling mage, abides? No, what's their abode? Where could they be found?
Well, they tend to stay in the tower, except when they're out and about for businesses.
Well, in that case, I'd rather face a fighter that we know is not in the tower. Ambush that relay place, get some information.
Yeah, we could hit this morning during a late night. People will be sleeping, moving.
Sounds good.
We need,
Gotta get myself a fight in before I go through.
Quickly.
we need to act quickly.
Sorry, because Joe isn't here, so we can stay till like 1 in the morning. I'll get a night bus home. It's fine.
If rumour gets out that we have taken one of these rings, we don't know what's going to happen.
That is true. Once we've got the ring, how much more preparation will we need before we go in? Because if we do take out, as Arian have said,
From what I understand,
that's,
the tricky bit will be getting to the teleportation circle that lets you go to the inner sanctum. Within the tower, I believe, the very impressive security system that you can only enter with the pass amulet, etc., has made them somewhat lax once you're inside. They assume that everyone inside has business.
So if we manage to get hold of some of those amulets,
Vindication. Yeah, I mean,
What?
I think he said, Shane said it before.
Vindication.
Yeah,
Sorry,
but-
Yeah, I think Millie said it.
Yeah.
No,
No, I said it.
you said
Yeah,
it.
Shane
Today.
said it.
Oh, today?
It's fine.
I can't remember.
Yeah, you go.
so if we could manage to get hold of some of these amulets to get in through the front door, then it'd be quite easy just to walk in anyway.
Well, I mean, why don't we just get the ring, go to the spire, the yellow spire, and
Mhm.
teleport inside? What he's saying is, once we are inside, we'll be fine.
Okay.
That's what you said, right? Or am I mistaken?
Once
Once you're inside, and once you go inside the tower, like they don't, the traps. are
they
not-
will, well, they will assume that everyone there has business. This is what I understood from one time that I managed to infiltrate, one of my men managed to infiltrate with the pass amulet.
And you can
The one that discovered the location of the inner sanctum, the teleportation circle.
you can get us 10 people to come in with us, yeah?
That's a bit too many. That's why I'm saying that getting so many people inside the Kola Towers might not be the best idea. But they can be on call ready in case battle breaks out.
Well, if we are going to be teleporting from the Yellow Spire, I'm sure they can. Maybe you should send a Nimblewright with us, so that
You
you're
can
aware of
definitely
what's
take
going
the
on.
Nimblewright inside the Collar Towers and use it to relay messages.
And you have all your men at the ready next to the teleportation circle. If
That can certainly be arranged.
Alright, settled. Tonight we're gonna infiltrate that relay station and yeah, let's do it.
Very well. So we have a deal.
Yeah, but remember, if you screw me on the dragon crystal,
No, look, I have to speak to the Blackstaff to get this authorised. We can't be making deals with naked men on boats.
correct me if I'm wrong, but the Blackstaff is probably going to be a bit upset with you at the moment over a certain instance that you might have told
No,
her.
because firstly, I didn't start any fires, and also we didn't kill the Castellantas, so it's fine. It'll be all right.
well,
Yeah, but
I mean, why don't we push ahead with the current plan? And if we do get another stone, you'll be able to take the Blackstaff.
Oh yeah, I know. Or of that problem with the Castellantas. But look,
yeah,
we've got
we've
two stones
two
now.
stones now.
We're doing really well.
That's
You might even get a promotion.
Did we get a double promotion?
Yeah.
Look,
I can't promise you them, all of them, yet, but we will work together for the time being, for the information you have provided, and then we will see what deal we can strike when I'm able to.
Plus, think about this: if you speak to them and you got in trouble, they might suspend you. But if you don't speak to them, they can't suspend you.
Won't suspend me.
infallible logic.
Just never talk to them again, you'll be fine.
Keep going around like, no. Yeah, it's like, if you don't click on the NPC.
I have to go back there anyway because they have my horse.
I think
Bring a horse into the collector.
we are, Captain Zordi, I think we are, at least for now, in agreement. I'm sure we'll be able to confirm once Malwillian has having a proper chat with his Dire Master.
Yeah, we'll go and prepare for the infiltration tonight.
Yeah.
I think we all need to have a bit of a think about this. There's a lot to take in. We'll talk afterwards. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to hint at.
Right.
Very well.
How do
In
I?
that case,
Can I borrow a rowing boat?
We've got one, haven't we, on the back of his jacket?
Yeah, but we can't put it back afterwards. So.
Can you put it back afterwards?
no.
Okay, then.
In that case, I have one final gift to you that it may yet aid you in your mission. And
Please be a chicken.
this is the kind of gift that it was given to me by someone on this city for helping out in certain matters that were keeping the Griffon riders from reaching their full potential. They needed a proper Griffon trainer, and I happened to know one. So I was given something that I think it might be useful to you now. And he puts in the middle of the table. He grabs it from like another table size full of decorations and put a statuette of a griffin. This is a figurine of wondrous power. I will let you summon a griffin.
Classic Drove.
What? Not a panther?
Does you summon or conjure?
It's
That is pretty cool.
Because the
If-
wording might
if-
be important if someone that had, say, potentially some bonus to conjuring.
Keth would want it, but
it can become it's a bronze griffin, and it can become a griffin for up to 6 hours. One
once it has been used, it can't be used again until 5 days have passed.
Wow.
Does it require attunement?
No, you just call it.
Has he got a name? The Griffin.
And is that name pronounceable?
Yeah, it's called Gingiva. Guinevere.
It's called. It's called. What?
No, it's not pronounceable. Is
There
the
is
answer
this
to that?
Griffin name generator I found, and the name is like mouse breath.
I love it. I love it.
No. It's called. Grim Plume.
How do you spell that?
Grim
Plume.
Plume.
Grim Plume.
You are-
Would you guys mind if I keep orders for now?
Alright. Just because my kid is not feeling great.
Yeah.
I
You're
think
going to be spending a lot of time with this boat, I think.
you
So.
can keep hold of it, but just don't use it liberally. Would be the advice.
Just bear in mind, if you're flying around a Griffin, flying around town on a Griffin, you're gonna get hunted down. Probably, I mean, yeah.
You're obviously a collector of exquisite items and wondrous bric-a-brac. What do you think of my incredibly soft and fancy cloak that I acquired from doing?
Touches it. Very interesting. I would say you should probably keep it away from the sight of potential allies of the Castellanters. They wouldn't take kindly, as they would probably recognize that cloak.
It doesn't have any sigils or anything on it.
Oh no, but it is very recognizable.
Captain Sword, since we've got little to hide now, Ganon,
Yeah.
do you mind passing me that ruby?
Yeah, the ruby, yeah. What about it?
What do you make of this?
I don't know. Never seen it before. I only know of stuff I've seen before.
Right, that was not very useful.
You're saying you've seen this before.
Or heard about. Or some of my spies have seen before.
Alright, well, let's be on our way. We've got much to do, very little time.
Very well. Just take the Nimble with you now. And let me know. Sorry, no. Send Keth back to me once you've acquired teleportation ring. And I'll prepare the backup solution.
Very well. I mean, if you're, yeah, we'll say yes now. We go. Once we're on our way. I don't know if we are on our way or something else happens.
Okay, so you come out
Yeah, come
on
out.
the deck,
Go on a boat.
get on a boat.
Say
You
goodbye to
row
all
back.
my friends.
Hello, my friends. You row, man.
Yeah, my friends.
Yeah, you get it. You make all the way back. You are on the pier.
Just so we're on the clear. If you're not willing to go along with this agreement, it's entirely up to you.
Well, the money thing isn't really an issue for me. I am quite happy to get, because I want to help that dragon out, and this feels like a way of kind of, without having to, because we don't really have to fight him and steal that whole thing and create more enemies. And ultimately, I think that he's going to be helpful to the city. I mean, he's already helped them with the Griffin Rider, and I feel like
Yeah.
even if it might not be the best of intentions, he's probably going to.
I mean, what I will say for him is that he's not a devious man purely for the purpose of being devious.
No.
He is a strategist. So
I feel like his.
they will not necessarily fuck things up.
Yeah,
for
his,
no reason.
his
They
he
got
aligns kind of mostly with what we kind of want. He might want to do a little bit for himself, but who doesn't around here? At least he's
well,
not.
nobody works for free.
Well, exactly. And no one. He's not trying to summon demons and kill 100 people. So he's got that going for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, what we should do is take
Let's
advantage
just
of what he's
quickly
offering.
Walk this way though.
Okay.
I'll just take you down here to the my friend, the spirit guy.
Okay. Cool.
This is right opposite the Colette Towers.
That's the Colette Towers right there.
Actually, whilst we're in this area,
Go and say hi to Malinor.
it might be worth paying them cultists a visit. Let them know what's going on. I don't mind going off.
Cultists.
Yeah, the ones in the windmill that gathers all the information when the castle enters.
We can do that tomorrow.
No. Let's just go. Okay. I mean, I'm just thinking. It's just gonna take ages if we just keep on talking to people.
Yeah, no, it's something I want to do, but I don't want to slow things down. But we're in
We
this
can do
area.
it tomorrow. I mean,
Well, I might go off and do it whilst you're doing whatever you're doing.
I mean, it will still slow things down.
No, but I'll just do a different session. I just want to be around. I assume we haven't got a huge amount of time, so you can
Okay,
just
so we're not
do
gonna
it.
do the battle tonight. Okay, cool. In that case, yeah.
But it's like 9 now.
Yeah.
we can,
Oh,
we
really?
can fit
Okay.
in. We can fit in. It's a small battle. Quickly just pop in and say hello to Malinor.
Mhm.
Hello. Do you think the spirit of whatever is it called? I've got a name. Might be able to sort out a little bit of a problem we had with some poison earlier on. Kind of quite badly.
You want to get healed.
We want to get healed.
Okay, I mean, yes, they can cast Greater Restoration on you.
I know my friend as well.
Melanor will.
Would you be able to do it on my friend as well? He's kind of. I think his kidney's broken.
Yes, they can do it. on
Thank you.
both of you.
Thank you very much. It was nice to see you.
Okay.
My excuse is gone.
Sorry, we wouldn't be just in a
It's
flight.
drive-by healing.
we wouldn't be.
Mac
We
healing.
wouldn't be rushing by and without saying hello normally. But you know, we've got the sunlight and the day's burning, and Kev not might make it to the end of the day. So you know.
No, this kidney.
So where are you going?
So we're at Chimroad's going back to the house, are we?
Yeah. I mean, what do we wanna try to do this today in get out of game, or do we wanna just like call it?
Right, where in the world is Brindle?
That doesn't matter. We
Lane?
can get there like in zero
Yeah.
game time. I mean, it's that's
Yeah, but once we're
irrelevant.
just down in the
Yeah, but
area.
okay.
It'd be weird for us to go back to the house for no reason and then come back.
Yeah, we could just go straight there. But I
Well,
guess
yeah, I
it's
think we
just-
should have a rest first. We used
What
quite
have
a
we
lot.
done? We've
Well-
not done anything.
Some people use quite a lot of their spells already today.
But we can't have a long rest for ages.
Well, yeah, but we can go home and just sit around and talk about how we love each other.
I mean, we should probably not attack you in the middle of the day, to be honest.
Yeah, we
But
could
we,
do.
but we, who says we're attacking you?
Well, we're going to go and get this
If
teleportation.
we are going to go to this place,
But we don't even know where the teleportation rings are.
well, they're in the bridal alley.
No, that's just a communication centre. We
Yeah,
have to
but
go
that's
there,
what-
find
that's where we
the...
That's
can
where
go
it
find
is.
a person,
That's
will
where
be. That's the information we have. So we're going to hit. Our plan currently is to hit that in the early hours of the morning when it's dark again and no one's really awake or around as much, and sneak in and see if we can find that person and basically chop the hand off and take the ring.
Or chop the finger off.
But that person isn't at the place we're looking for, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
The one
well,
that-
that's the intel we've got.
yeah. That's it. The mage is going to be coming in and out of the tower, but this one is at the intel center. So we hit the intel center, take out whoever's there, grab the ring, and then we send Kath to.
I mean, unless you have any other idea of things, of anything that you want to do that.
And we end
Makes
Kath's
sense.
story on a boom. Literally, he's going to.
I mean, it's fine. If we don't get into this battle tonight, I don't want to force it. I mean, but yeah, it's whether we have anything else that we want to explore and actually do, as opposed to
Yeah, just talking to
not
cultists.
doing it because we're not there or it's not the right time.
I feel like we can do the cultist thing. I mean, if you really want to do it, but we can feel it.
Well, I would want to do it chronologically, but I don't want to slow down the thing with it now, if that makes sense. So, it's alright. But I feel...
But chronologically, it's like the middle of the day. So we would be like infiltrating this place in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
You, Shane, what's your...
I don't really know what the
Well, here we are. Broskull Manor. Home sweet home.
Well, let me get some stew on, and then maybe we can get there tonight at say 6, 7 o'clock. Was that too early? That's about right.
So you want to go, were you going to sleep to wake up like in the middle of the night? Similar to what we did with the Castle Hunters.
Might as well get into that sleep cycle. It feels like something we're going to keep doing and hitting random places at early hours of the morning.
Alright then. Do you want to take a look at that ruby as well? See what it
Yeah, I'm going to try and
Some kind of
see
vibe
if I
it gives
can attune to it over. Yeah,
Let's see if you're gonna attune to a ruby.
yeah.
What is
magic ruby.
really better to know what it does before you.
Well, I don't think anybody can really do that, so.
Well,
And if we go around showing it to people, I don't know who might know what, so probably easy just to.
yeah, sure, yeah. I mean, it seems quite dangerous.
Well, I mean, you put the cape on and turn into a hellhound, so.
Well, I think that's why I wanted to go see the cultists. Some other weird stuff's been happening. Remember when my horns got bigger and my skin's changed colour? It seems to be getting worse by the day, so.
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
think
they
it-
had something to do with it?
I had to give them some of my blood. There's a sort of. And we haven't delivered on the Castellanters, so. You know, news that that's kind of all gone to pot this morning, and then I'm chasing cats as a hellhound. It does seem pretty.
That's pretty yeah. I mean, maybe you should leave that cloak and see if you turn to a
It's
hellhound
not
tomorrow.
The cloak's fine. I'm fine with the cloak.
What makes you say that? How do you know?
It looks well. It's
Well, just spend a day without it, see if you turn to a hellhound. And if you don't,
No, I think that's a terrible idea.
I think he's a bit attached to it now. I wouldn't push it if I was you.
Well, get out of this bloody stupid shift weave for now.
So I'll spend a bit of time attuning, see if I can attune to the gem.
You try to attune to it, and you don't. You feel that you don't really need to attune to it. It's not that type of magic. But you do see, as you move it around and you spend time with it, you see what appears to be a tiny mote of energy that is contained within the gem that kind of like flickers around and moves around inside.
Interesting. I wonder how you use this. Well, we'll never know because none of us can.
Make I mean, if you mention who's got Arcana?
I think Jord has that doesn't he?
I have a gun.
You're right, Con.
I don't.
Okay, you both and Joel, you can make Arcana checks.
Wait, does George have a gun?
Pretty sure.
George doesn't have a gun.
Does he not?
No.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't have history.
No, he doesn't. I thought he did.
You can make a history check.
So 23.
23,
16.
16. So, yeah, I mean, it is, with that information, it's pretty easy to figure out. You're not entirely sure how you heard about it. Maybe you read in a book.
Well, I used to read a lot of books as a kid.
Yeah,
didn't
really low. Okay. Yeah, so you would both know the same thing, that that mode of energy is from the plane of fire. You would know, and you would know that normally these are like creations that call elemental gems that you can just break them, and they will summon something from that plane essentially. It's a one use item. You break it and you throw it to the ground, and it summons that.
Dangerous.
Would it be under your control
Because the conjure elemental spell, he's under control until you lose concentration, and then
Yeah.
you lose control of it.
Yeah.
In any case, if it's from the infernal plane, it's probably somewhat deceitful or dangerous.
or?
I
So
know
probably only use it in emergencies.
probably not that, because then you've got a devil to try and deal with.
Think on a double
Like,
emergency.
you know,
But if it's okay.
it's not You probably want to use.
He's from a plane of fire specifically, not a devil.
Ah, okay.
Not,
Like a fire
not
element.
from hell.
Some kind of fiery creature. So not use it against devils because it
I
would
think
really-
for now, just keep it probably safely in the box.
Okay.
You will know that many nobles, this is the reason you know, many nobles sometimes keep these gems as like an insurance mechanism if they find themselves in a situation where like, being attacked by thugs or whatever.
I'll give you a gem if you leave me alone. Oh no, I dropped it!
Can you do this? Like a little whisper fighter. Right, well, is everyone...
Well, do we want to do it? So do you guys want to stop it?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I'm happy to, crack on.
What's time? It's nearly 9. What are we doing? I'm sort of slightly confused of the plan.
We're basically just going to go and essentially attack the...
Basically, what Shane had said, that the past amulets will get you inside the tower, that's fine, but what Zord said, that then once you're inside,
Yeah, you need a teleportation.
Yeah,
a ring to get to the thing.
there are 2 lieutenants that have them, and that's as far as you know. And you have one place in the trades world, which I think it was Millie that knew about it.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but
mind
she told
read
us.
the card.
That
I think
is the only place
Yes.
that you know about that you haven't been to regarding the Zentry, which is like the snake, the place where they like keep the snake as messengers.
And we hope that the Syndrome will be there, the Kalashite.
Cinder Sylvain.
No, it's
Then we'll
it's
fight her.
Sidra,
Sidra, sorry.
not Syndra.
Cinder, we're not going to beat.
No.
Unless it's 20 years later and she's probably dead.
So yeah, we essentially want to attack that and hope she's there and steal her ring.
But
And hope that Keth doesn't die.
I'm going to collect my evidence. I'm going to prepare the case to the Blackstaff, so I'll meet you back here when you're done. Because there's a lot of new information going around, and I haven't checked in a day, and last time she was not best pleased with me, so I think for the sake of things, I should probably,
You have a lot of reports to write.
yes, make sure that's
Oh, okay.
I'm still in her good books.
I mean, is there anything you could do to maybe help us out while we're like not there? Like if you're going off, just to make sure you give us a bit of extra look.
I mean, with that big shield, you're capable of handling yourself now.
I think he will need all 5 senses on his report.
Fair enough. Right, well, you get on with that. I'm gonna time to go to bed then, I guess.
I suppose I could. I guess you can cast aid.
Yeah, I mean, I
How
don't know
long
if
does
it's,
that last?
but it's 8 hours. But if you cast it in the morning, I guess I don't know. Wake him up. Just go. I mean, it's probably there. That's not because it's not here, so it's fine. That's being silly.
Alright, so we're gonna stop here. Or not.
I guess it's up to you too.
I mean, I guess we can. I'll let Shane decide. I don't mind. Okay.
Well,
Well,
I'm saying no responsibility on you.
if you're prepared for it as best as you are able to be, then sure.
I mean, you tell me, I don't know. Okay, you tell me what you want to do. What's your plan? Are you going to go to the trades ward, to this house?
I guess so. That seems to be the thing that is the plan, but it's such a loose plan.
I
You've got
mean,
wings
we
to
both.
be ready for winging it.
Listen, let's stop here. I mean, we all know though that we're not gonna come up with any other better plan other
No,
than
I'm
just
fine.
storming the
I'm fine
place.
to keep going. Like, if that's what we're doing, if that's it, if that's our.
Yeah, I mean, let's just stop. That's fine. Let's just go here.
Okay.
But you want to do a fight?
Nah, that's fine. I mean, I don't want to like do it if we're just not gonna have everyone like in the mood for it. And to be honest, I'm also tired, so it's not like.
But what about
Fights at the end of sessions when everyone's tired are the most dangerous.
Yeah.
It's true.
But yeah, I don't know,
So-
whatever you guys want.
How are you getting?
Sorry, I didn't give you, like, the Casalantes were not ready to put that with you
Yeah, that's
on your
right.
last session for a while.
Cowards.
Okay.
Do we wake up and you're just not there?
Well, I've taken the stone and the eye.
No, you gave them to me.
No, that's what you think.
I never did open that box.
Yeah, because you have the lead box.
That's true. And I can't identify what's inside because it's made of lead.
I mean, would you be able to anyway? You don't have the spell, do you?
I got a lot of weird. No, I don't have the spell. I know.
Okay, well, yes, Keth is going away for a while, so he might end up as working as a part-time man or part-time Zardoz.
I'm pretty sure by the time I get back, we'll still be about just about.
Should we go to this place?
Yeah. Hang on a minute, have we got the plan down?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yes. Joel is back next session.
Nah, yeah, next session 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks. We don't have one
Oh,
next
okay.
week. We got one.
Okay. Well, see you then in a couple of weeks, and maybe you'll storm a place. I don't know.
We've tried the Castellantas.
No, but you did storm the Castellantas. You actually succeeded with the Castellantas. You broke the statue. You fucked their operation up. You forced them to essentially flee because they fear for the children's lives.
Want blood.
And you got the eye. What else do you want? It was a great success. And you liberated the devil that caused like a lot of ruckus. It was a great success.
There's an explosion that they didn't know was there.
Yeah, how many beads?
Considering
Sorry, two.
if you were to go face to face with them, it would be very tough. I say you did
Yeah.
pretty
But
fucking well.
tough is fun.
Yeah. No, it's good. And we met Zord finally.
Met
It's very
Zord.
charming.
Eventually, you will go face to face against some big honcho but depending on the chaos, however the chaos happens.
More importantly, though, do we level up?
Oh yeah, because we got
Yeah, great.
You do, no.
Hey, I'm level 10 now.
I will choose your next level stuff for you. Don't worry. I'll give you some good things like.
I do have access to the D&D Beyond, you know.
I will say, when did you level up? Like before the Castellantas, no?
yeah,
couple of sessions
after
back.
the
Yeah, after the Growlhounds.
Growlhounds.
After the Growlhounds.
To be honest, we barely used our multi-attack.
I've
so
never used stunning strikes.
I haven't used
You haven't
I-
used that.
But it's milestone based, and you don't.
The milestone is still
I mean-
just about.
If
Yeah.
we just happen to do
I
that.
haven't used Blink yet,
No, use
but
it,
I
yeah.
have never will.
Use it now.
Alright.
You have
Oh no, it's
sessions.
good. Don't come back.
It's my kidney!
Oh shit! you nearly ended that on like the ultimate thing. Of,
Perfect
like,
idea. Okay, hang on.
yes. Just drink that quickly. Just down it. It's good.
Sure. How many red
It's
wines
good.
have you spilled?
Well, it's
One per
Lucas.
campaign.
Lucas is
One
not
per
about
campaign. And both of them were not my fault.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Neither
the
of
last
them.
was.
One of them.
This the bottle. This map is still red from it.
Yeah, the last session was like very high heavy. I mean, it's always like that. There's one and one. Well, I don't know, not necessarily, but
I mean, I was tempted to fight Captain Zord, but
YOLO.
So you really
Yeah,
are like a
exactly.
Scooby-Doo. Pull his mask.
How tough can this guy be? You know.
Who's
Yeah.
underneath that hat?
had he had an Alaskan accent, he would be dead now.
he didn't have. Interesting enough, he said he represents Alaskan interests without Alaskan accent.
Suspicious.
I did like think he's both.
It's because he's based on a Sean Connery character.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
It was.
There is another joke that I don't know if you ever discovered, but there is like another like super silly Sean Connery joke lying around.
Other than the Zardos thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's Perkins. Perkins, if you're watching this, your jokes are weird, man.
Perkins, if you're watching this, oh my god!
Is it something we've
They
come
know
across?
who I
am. Is it something we've come across, or is it something that we've not found?
No, you haven't found it yet.
Okay.
But you may still, and I don't know if you're gonna figure it out. This one was obscure except for Elliot that knew about the
I
character.
only know it for the stupidest reasons, which is that someone once in uni photoshopped a picture of my lecturer's face onto the picture of Sean Connery in the Zardos outfit. And that's the only. And then when you described it, I was like, that sounds weirdly familiar.
Yeah.
I knew that the film existed, but I'd never like seen it or couldn't tell you anything about it.
So yeah.
You know that this piece of art that I showed you is official art for the book, but never made it. It was cut off, never made it to a book,
Oh,
which is I don't know why. It's
It was copyright.
It's
I
so
don't know.
good.
Yeah.
Sean Connery's in the raptor.
well,
Sean Connery is a massive D&D fan and he was not happy.
stolen my image.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay.
Stop that stream.
Give a salute to the